Welcome and thank you so much for stopping by, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is one of those episodes that I love to put together where we address and answer viewer comments and questions and concerns. And yes, in today's episode, we will address a subject that, well, it's kind of sensitive, and I feel like a lot of content creators have been avoiding it. One thing I would never avoid, and that is asking you to go ahead and leave a like on the video, and if you have a moment, turn on notifications, subscribe if you have not already, and always be prepared for the earliest and most accurate update information. And of course, as long as we're on the subject of things I'm not afraid to ask about, you could always use creator code Galadon. Now, I do give a lot back in giveaways and in charity giving, and a lot of it is thanks to those of you that use code Galadon, and you can also use it in any Supercell game. I know there's lots of great creators out there, so please use a creator code, at least somebody's. If you want, you can use mine. And yes, coincidentally, you can also use code Galadon when buying Gunner Optics glasses and when making purchases in Fortnite. But let's not waste any time. Let me get right into the comments and questions. Now, this one's been covered a few times before. Absolutely, I do predict we will see another hero at Town Hall 15, although I also suspect you won't be able to use all 5 heroes in the same attack. And Sohan, thank you so much for getting 6 gold passes using code Galadon. I believe that may be the highest ever. If you can beat that, please let me know down in the comments. Also, the live streams happen every day except for Saturday on Facebook. The community there is amazing. The URL is at the end of the video and in the description if you want to come check me out. It is a lot of fun. Josh, I love this, but no, I always try to explain what I do. I've been around for a long time, but I try to tell you guys when I do weird stuff. Okay, oh yeah, also talking about the 7th builder, and also you might have seen 5 Expos or even 8 Teslas in the recent Clash advertisements. I think they're just messing with us. There is no evidence or indication that those are actually coming to the game in a future update. Also, thanks so much to the people that are watching the series No Cash Clash and Gold Pass Clash. I took hours to update the playlists, and if you ever want some good information about Town Halls 9, 10, 11, 12, it's all right there in those playlists. Hundreds and hundreds of episodes in both Gold Pass and No Cash Clash. Now, this was a really interesting and pretty original idea that I hadn't heard of before, and the idea is that you could maybe get a small reward if you have a lot of donations. Now, I think obviously it couldn't be a big reward like a hammer or maybe not even a book, but how about a potion, like a super potion, for donating a certain number each month? I think this makes a lot of sense. And while yes, there are some people that all they care about is donating, I don't think that that would really be a very large percentage of the population. So, doing something like that as a small reward to help encourage donations is probably a good idea. And heck, with 1 gem donos, Supercell would probably end up profiting in the long run anyway. One thing I don't see happening is resource donating or sharing. This would allow too much of an opportunity for exploitation. Imagine all those people trying to sell resources. I don't think that's ever going to happen. And speaking of small rewards, I do believe these challenges have just about the right amount of rewards being laid out for success, simply because you need to make it big enough that players want it, but small enough that players who can't manage to get the challenge done aren't rage quitting the game and getting super upset. Remember that a very small percentage of players actually ever bother to watch YouTube videos on how to defeat the challenges, and gosh, look at what they are missing, all this cool content. Okay, what league do I recommend? This varies quite a bit, but for Town Halls 12 and 13, I feel like Master works out pretty well. The number of times you hit the next button should probably also be influenced by how long until your next army is ready. Always take that into account when deciding how many more bases you want to skip. No, I've never joined the clan Big Top Boppers, but funny you should ask, I actually do have a secret account that is out there somewhere, and it might be in your clan. I also get a lot of questions about how tall I am. Those of you that have seen the streams know that some of us content creators are very tall. I'm somewhere just over 6'4", and of all of the other content creators I've met, the only one that was taller than I was is Clash with Cam. If you remember old time Clash videos, Clash with Cam is like, he's like 6'7" or something like that. Jagruk, I don't have an app or anything to keep track of all of my accounts, and that is probably why sometimes I miss war attacks and I screw things up. Yeah, with 19 accounts, it can be tough. No, wait, 20 accounts. With 20 accounts, it can be tough to keep track of all that stuff. This is the only comment I saw that noticed I mentioned an astronaut barbarian king. If you guys want to know more about the astronaut barbarian king, just let me know in the comments and we will talk about it in a future episode. Okay, so this next comment is not directly related to this subject that content creators seem to be avoiding, and one that I'm not intentionally avoiding, so I'll take a couple of minutes and talk about this. Buying and selling accounts is not allowed, neither is borrowing an account or sharing an account. And that leads me to the question, and it has to do with players getting their accounts phished or stolen from them. And I know that it seems to be a problem, and okay, I don't know how big of a problem it is, because you have to remember, there's always this thing called the vocal minority, a small group of players that are very, very loud about something that is happening, so I don't know just how widespread this problem is, or if it's even really actually happening to innocent players. The only players that I know personally that have ever had an account lost or taken away have somehow, some way shared either A, their account, B, their email, or C, their passwords, or even their device. Doing any of those things compromises your account security and could end up with you losing your account one way or the other. I don't know if that's what's happening to these players or not, and honestly, I do know that Supercell is aware of players having their accounts phished or stolen from them, and I also know that Supercell farms out their player support, but I think that that is probably absolutely a necessity when you think about tens of millions of players playing every single day, and Supercell having about 200 or so employees. So again, I don't know how widespread this is or exactly even how it happens. All I can say is to everybody out there, don't ever share your account, your email, your passwords, or your device. Just don't. All right, for the remainder of the comments in today's video, I came up with an acronym, and that is because I didn't want people to take anything personally. The comment responses are playful, okay? I get a little salty sometimes, and I say things that I'm just, half joking, or maybe I'm just messing with somebody, and I also don't feel like these comment responses need any explanation from me in the video, so I just kind of let them run towards the end of these comment videos because I'll admit, it's salty. Galadon shows up. Maybe I haven't had my morning coffee. Maybe it was a long day and it's late at night. Either way, I love it when you guys leave comments on the video. And yes, it does actually help the YouTube algorithm. So please feel free to drop down there, leave a comment or a question, and you never know when it might be included in a future episode. The fact of the matter is, I love and appreciate every last one of you, especially the viewers that make it right here, all the way to the end of the episode. So get out there, Galafam, make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year, and life, and I hope to see every last one of you back here again tomorrow after getting out there and being kind to people, animals, and the planet for more full attacks. I screwed that up, but I got the message across.
Galadon, there's no phishing in Clash of Clans. I think you're speaking of the game Heyday.